absolutely horrendous looking website. If I've ever seen one aesthetically, this looks like it was built 10 years ago, and I'm going to guess it was. So, a couple of things I want to point out. See, if you're not on Twitter, don't have us linking just generically to Twitter. If you're on YouTube and you've not uploaded a video in 6 years, then maybe don't have a link to your YouTube, because people are going to think that you don't trade anymore. That's my interpretation of it. Everyone's different. So people are going to think you don't trade anymore. Now, for me, this logo is just not good. It's kind of pixelated. It looks as if it's been done in Fiverr. And even if you did pay for that in Fiverr, you were probably robbed. It's probably worth a dollar. And it's very central. And one thing I actually want to check here, let me check, is, yeah, it's responsive and stuff. But a logo tends to be in the left-hand side. That's slap bang in the middle, although it doesn't take, it doesn't do much else. You would probably be better having that in the left and then some slogan or something there. Obviously, aesthetically, I think the website's very, very boring and very plain. And also, what I'm looking for when I see a website would be a number to contact someone, maybe up in the top right-hand corner or something. Now, if I go to your Contact Us page, I will also, see that, you do a free consultation. We can sign up to your thing. But if I was to pay for your service, who the hell am I paying here? Would you personally give money to someone who doesn't have a phone number or a contact address? Now, I'm not having a go. I remember years ago, I started out as a freelancer, and someone said to me, I didn't want my house address or my phone number up in the website. And someone said to me, Craig, it just looks unprofessional. And the minute that, I basically got a mailing address because I didn't want my home address up, and I got an 0800 number, which I forwarded on to my mobile, because I didn't want to openly have my mobile number on a website. Now, very quickly after that, more calls started to come through. And I think it just adds that element of professionalism. Now, as it stands just now, I personally wouldn't give this website the time of day, because it doesn't look real. It looks as if it's been thrown up in 10 minutes, and it could be taking money from people that they might never see again. Now, I'm not suggesting for a second that that is the case, but because so many other SEOs scam people out of money, we all know that there's dodgy SEOs out there and people saying they can do SEO. And I think just those trust things like the number and maybe an address or whatever do buy into that. But as I say, aesthetically, the website is dated. The logo looks poor. The video's 6 years old. But if we're looking at the on-page side of things, obviously you're offering SEO to plumbers out there, which is not a bad thing to do. Great niche, and obviously you are saying that you only work with one plumber in each US town. And I'm assuming you're going to do some GMB stuff, you're going to build them a website, you're going to do some social media marketing and get the best SEO for plumbers with SEO Plumber Pro. Next step, if you want to get over, you just contact them, you request a quote and stuff like that. But you've not even got a button here. This is a link. And I think aesthetically, you could have a button going on. Also, your navigation bar goes over 2 levels, which is just not good. And again, I think this website does look really old. Most people's eyes, when they come to a website, are drawn left to right, which is why, in most cases, signing up to an email or anything else would tend to be in the right-hand side as opposed to the left-hand side. It just works better. But even in terms of you collecting email addresses, I find that hard to see. So maybe, a bit better design round about subscribing to your email and also your free consultation. But you've got buttons there, but you don't have a button on your biggest call to action, requesting a quote. Now, in terms of the content is not great. Now, it's again a couple of hundred words long, and there is no real internal linking structure. You've got an outbound link to Wikipedia, and you've got a couple of links here, learn more, and it takes you to your web designer page. But even if I look at your web designer page or your SEO page or whatever we want to look at, you've not even got a case study. There's no pictures. There's nothing here to encourage people to think you're good at what you do. And I
When I'm
think
looking at this page,
with any
Craig,
of us,
I feel like if
yeah,
those guys are building pages, so what kind of page I can expect while I'm looking at their own page, right?
that's the thing. You're looking at that going, geez, I don't want my website to look like this. And again, although you've got a nice video, you've got a couple of bog standard images here. There's nothing here to suggest that design is your strong point. And I'd be, again, there's no internal linking, there's no subheaders going on here, there's no real variation of, plumber SEO related search terms or talking about digital marketing or, all of the kind of other terms that you would expect to see on a page offering SEO, social media, and everything else on the one page. Now, also, the part of this page, think of Google, right? Google want to know what this page is about, and you've got Plumber SEO, right? So SEO, Plumber SEO, that's it. You then start to talk about building websites and social media marketing, which, of course, you have Plumber social media, a page on that. But Google doesn't really know what this page is about. Is it about social media? Is it about web building? The only bit you've got about SEO is 3 lines of text. And for me, SEO is such an in-depth subject. You don't talk about GMBs, you don't talk about lead generation, you don't talk about SEO with conviction on this page. And it might come down, listen, my website's not the best website in the world. You might be busy doing great SEO for clients, but this page cannot possibly rank me how. It's impossible.
I
Now,
will
if you tell me
surprise
that
you.
this
I will
ranks really well,
surprise you.
tell me where it ranks.
Position 16, nationwide, US. Not
Jesus,
so big
honestly.
competition, huh?
I mean, does anyone actually search for
Oh,
plumber
I will
SEO though?
surprise you
That's
again. Because this niche is pretty damn big. I have numerous of keywords with search volume over 1,000 monthly in the US for those plumbing SEO services, and this is, for me, it's almost as popular as the roofers SEO, as dentist SEOs, law firms SEOs. So it's pretty often searched, and I think, you know what? I think that it is so popular, I mean, SEO services in plumbers services, because ads are so freaking expensive. Here in Poland, we've been doing ads campaign for one of the plumbers in the Warsaw, and a single click, it was on a level between 20 and $30 for a click, dollars USD. So that was crazy expensive. In just a few clicks, they were running out of the budget, and even one click daily, and their budget is gone for the ads. And this is why so many plumbers are looking for SEO services. That's my assumption.
Yeah. I mean, there will be a lot of plumbers who do need it. I just can't believe this website ranks number 16 for it. That is unbelievable. I mean, surely you've got to agree this is not a good looking website and it's not well optimized. What does Surfer say on
Yeah,
this?
I will jump into Surfer in a few moments. I just wanted to ask you, what do you think about those internal links? Learn more. For me, not being consistent with anchors and within the internal links, exact matching anchors. Well, this is a terrible issue, I think, and just Yeah, what are your thoughts on those anchors?
Yeah, I mean those anchors should be, exact match or partial match, taking you to the relevant page. As I say, eh, I just don't think I can't really see any positives from the website if I'm being honest. Um, I just think it's overall just not a good job. And one last little thing, actually, you know, this guy's saying that you get to number one in Google, and is 1,000% ROI enough for you? Making bold claims like that, again would scare me off. Now, I'm not suggesting for a second that you get anything less than 1,000% ROI. Getting someone a GMB can get people a lot of traffic and a lot of rankings before you even do SEO. But that scares me when I see that on people's websites making those bold claims. So yeah, overall, I'm not impressed in the
Yeah, but
slightest.
anyway, it's another good starting point if with such not so well optimized landing page, it can be ranking so high. It means that it shouldn't be super hard to appear in the top 10. And well, let me share my screen now, and I will just show you guys what are those search volumes on those plumbers keywords. And this is the keywords section in Surfer. So all of those keywords are commonly ranked by the competitors, and there are quite a lot of keywords, even niche down as much as local SEO for plumbers, plumbing, internet marketing, and stuff like that. This means that the niche is pretty cool. I would create some kind of lead gen site for the plumbers. It shouldn't be too hard with some kind of 301 domain, H domain, and well, it could drive quite a lot of clients if those search volumes are correct, and I don't have anything, any evidence that they aren't. So it should be kind of a gold mine for leads for SEOs, especially because plumbers pay a lot for ads, so they will be probably willing to pay quite a decent money for the SEO to save those dollars spent on ads. So yeah, I hope you don't get too much of a competition after this webinar, but this is what I would do. Just create a lead gen site for the plumbing SEO, and that should do the job. So when it comes to the surface audit, what we are looking at right now is this correlation chart showing the length and the position for averages of the first, second, third page of Google. And in here we can see quite strong correlation. We're having more content and ranking higher, especially that the last page, I mean, not the last, but the fifth page of Google on average is half of the length of the top 10, which means that obviously content will matter. And in SEO industry, content really matter. You see those uh, landing pages of SEO firms with tons of this explanation what the hell SEO is, how they can improve your link building strategy, content marketing strategy, lead generation strategy. All of that is part of SEO services. I mean those 360 SEO services, and this is definitely the angle that you want to have on your website, because plumbers don't want different agency for the SEO, different for the ads, different for the social media. So you have to squeeze all of that content to perform better. And when I turn off the averages and highlight this website on the chart, I will basically see that it has slightly over 400 words of content on it, which is less than everyone in the top 10. And the average in the top 10 will be, let me yeah, it's 2800 words, and we have 400 words in the top 10.
Yes.
And well, you just need more content on this website. And when it comes to creating the content, I would actually switch to the content editor instead of running the SERP analyzer while I'm going to write quite a lot of content anyway. I would build it from scratch instead of trying to squeeze it here and there on the existing website. So let's quickly create the content editor and see what kind of contextually relevant words and phrases we will pull. So just a few more moments. And yeah, just so you guys know, we are doing it live. I didn't create a list of issues for those pages, so you get this real life analysis experience. It's just it just feels better. I suppose. So in the content editor, you got those high content score pages selected. So we got those best benchmarks, and all of those seems to be Plumber SEO companies. So let's scroll down and see those phrases. So okay, Blue Corona is, I think it is a brand name, but other than that, we have those search engine optimization, SEO campaign, SEO company, search engine again, results, plumbing SEO company, local business, all of those stuff, SEO strategy. Okay, another brand name, Hook Agency. So I will just click on it to exclude. But other than that, I feel like all of those are super relevant and questions people also ask. Is SEO that? Well, this is not something that you should explain within your local legion, or maybe not local, but legion money. But things like, is SEO waste of money? People ask for it. You, Craig, mentioned that the industry is kind of scammy, right? We had tons of SEOs doing the bad job for the whole industry. So especially people that are not into SEO too much, and definitely plumbers aren't, they will be looking for information of the credibility of your company. They will be like, even you see the phone number. This is a super important term placed in the middle of those recommendations, which means that the phone number is super relevant to this query. What's the value of SEO? So you share the value, 1000% ROI. Okay, but well, if it's not backed with real numbers, then people will have hard time believing you in general. Is it relevant in 2020? Obviously it is. So I will just finalize the customization, and maybe I will also copy the page's content and put it into the content editor, so we will know what is actually missing from the current. I won't be too detailed with I will just copy and paste the content in here. But hey, you see only 4 keywords green, and all of those are reds, missing entities. Only a few mentioned within the content, like the plumbing companies, Google, and stuff like that. But all of those important terms like SEO campaign, search engine optimization, Google My Business, SEO services, plumbing industry, they are all missing, and it's crazy easy to fix this website, as it is already ranking position 16 for such a competitive keyword. To make it rank higher, it's missing essentials, and without those essentials, you won't be able to convince the writer that you are not the writer, the reader, that you are professional. And secondly, you will have hard times being categorized as the best answer in search engine for the query plumbers SEO. And yeah, I think that we can say that's it for it. And anything to add, Craig?
Yeah, so if you can share my screen quickly, you'll see that this website really is a piece of garbage. It has no power whatsoever. No DR. So what you're saying is, obviously there's a lot of people looking for plumber SEO, and there's a lot of search around that. This is really a niche, guys, that you can get involved in, because if this website can rank anywhere close to where it is without any real backlinks, without any content, it shows you how open that market really is. And if there's search volume there, then that's what we're looking for. Something that's not hard, something that's relatively easy. And that actually shocks me that this is the case with that website for those kind of search volumes. But there you go. I'm not wanting anyone to think I'm trying to say everyone jump in this niche. I'm not, but I'm just saying with no DR, no nothing, for me that website to have any rankings is absolutely astounding.
Yeah, I have the same feeling. I didn't suppose the zero in the Ahrefs. I thought that maybe we have a bug in server and that's why this domain score is zero, but well, actually it is. So well, I'm surprised, and well, if I had some spare time, I would definitely build myself a niche site about plumbing SEO and try to acquire some plumbers, because it should be so freaking easy. If this page could rank so high, then anyone can do so. Before hordes of people will jump on this niche, if we have the website's owner listening, make those tweaks to your website ASAP.